Well, hello, high vibrational beings. How's everybody doing today? Wonderful, brilliant to see you here. Look at that. Perfect backdrop. Sun energy coming in. Can't make this up. All right. Okay. The secret to get anything you want, all manifestation techniques aim at doing this one thing. So what it means that when you're manifesting something or whatever you're manifesting, all of the manifestation techniques they put out, everything you see, it aims at this one thing to get what you want. And it's fun. The one thing it aims at is everything is here and now for you. And you must know that creation is simultaneously here. That's all the techniques point to. They push you in the present moment to make you aware that whatever it is that you truly desire is actually existing here and now. And you accomplish what you want by doing certain things such as affirmations, visualizations, scripting, but all of that is pointing you to get your subconscious to see it's here and now. That's the secret to manifesting. Okay, so if you can do that consistently, repeatedly, it will come into your reality. That's what I did with winning and manifesting the lottery. And I look back and I'm putting it in frame right now, and I'm saying to myself, okay, that's the same process. So the whole thing, the real secret about manifestation is to just convince my consciousness that what I want is here. And if what I want is here and I do it consistently, I'll move from believing it to knowing it. And when you know it, it shows up in our lives as physical experiences. So that is the real secret to manifesting anything and everything that you want. Now, you know this? All right, I'm gonna put it another way. What you want, what you're desiring is yours. It will come into your world. Okay, Mark, why will it come into my world? Okay, anything that you want or desire, okay, it will elicit some emotions. Here we go. If it makes you feel inspired, if it makes you feel motivated, if it makes you feel good, that means it's already yours. Well, it can't be that simple. How is it going to be already mine? I'm not getting it. There's a lot of stuff that I feel good and feel this, but I don't get it. You don't get it because you don't apply the techniques to get it. Everything we're going to get, we have to apply techniques. You know what a technique is? A ritual, a routine. Nothing comes into our world just like into our physical world, by the way. In the immaterial and non-physical, everything is, but to come into our physical, we have to do a technique. We have to do a routine. We have to do a ritual. You don't believe? Well, check this out. Did you know right now your body operates on technique, on ritual, on routines, on consistency? Your cells divide by a process, a technique. Your digestive system is a technique, it's a ritual, it's a process, it's a complex time and structural system that your body is doing. It's doing a technique. So how are you going to get what you want if you don't know to do the techniques, to do the rituals, to do the routines? Your rituals are affirmations. Your routines are visualizations, scripting, feeling, knowing. Those are routines. Those are what they call rituals. You know, the ancients, teachers, you hear what? You got to do a ritual. Got to do your routine. Meditation, routines. What happens, you see, what they do is they put your consciousness in a different state. If they get your consciousness, when I talk about your consciousness, it's your awareness. It gets your awareness in a different state. And you see, our awareness right now, we're in a three-dimensional state, right? So in the 3D is where we are aware. But remember, what we want or what we desire is in another dimension, and we have to bring it in form into the 3D. Remember, we can't see all the dimensions. We can't see all the light particles. We only can see 2% of reality, right? So naturally, the majority of our stuff is in the unseen, in the non-physical. We call that the quantum world. So we have to get our consciousness into that realm first. And this is what rituals and routines do for us. A ritual and routine, they actually hypnotize, put us in a trance, our subconscious mind. So your brain waves actually move up in a higher frequency. You're going into a different realm. And then that's how you bring what you want into this world. So when I say to you guys, yeah, you know, like whatever you want and it makes you feel inspired and motivated, that's actually a preview. It's telling you that you are already connected to your desires, because if you weren't connected, you wouldn't be feeling those type of ways. Now, remember, guys, I always tell you this. Listen, the one I talk about in the beginning of this live, you just joined, I said, okay, the number one manifesting secret, every manifesting teacher, every book, every literature, everything that you could learn about manifestation, the one aim of every manifestation technique is to point you to that everything is here and now, and there's nothing to be created. It's all in the present moment. You have to know that. We talked about that, right? That's how, if you go, every single book you read, it's all going to point to the one thing. They just do it in different ways. They say it in their own ways, but it's here and now. Everything is in a moment. You don't quit. So here's the next one that you must know. So I give you the biggest one. Let me give you the second biggest manifesting secret about everything. Okay, here it is. The universe does not. Best one, put it to you. Okay, the universe don't tease you. The universe is not going to show you something and then pull it away from you. It doesn't play that game. It doesn't tease. You know, like people, romantic relationships, people, you know, oh, he's teasing me, he's playing games. My friends, the universe don't play games. The universe is a infinite, on-demand, giving you what you want machine. So if you have a desire and a feeling, and you feel it, and you feel motivated and inspired, and you say, oh man, I'm not getting that, man, the universe is not. Don't get it twisted, my friends. It's not the universe. The universe doesn't play games. But you know what? You know what played games? Your mind. Your ego. That's the guy, that's the woman that plays games. It's not the universe. So if you have any problem, it's not the universe, it's the mind. So if you're feeling like, oh, I can't get that, it's not the universe, it's your mind. It's your mind. Your ego. You gotta get disconnected from that mind. So you actually, if you think about it, your mind is a hater. Your own mind is hating on me, because this guy just told me if the universe don't play games, and the universe, what's between me and the universe? The middleman is my mind. So every middleman leads to the main man. So that technically, a middleman can be moved out of the way, and I could go to the main source. That's how it works. Your mind is the middleman. So you have to move your middleman out of the way so you go to the main source. So Mark, how do I get to the main source? How do I change my hater mind? Well, unfortunately, your mind is born a hater. So your mind is bipolar. So 1 minute it's going to hate, 1 minute it's going to love. So you can't really change that. So the best thing you can do is you have to be disconnected or learn to ignore it. That's just how it's wired. So you can't convert it. We're not going to convert our ego into being all this cool person, because he's going to jump back into his hater mode. Let me give you an example of what I mean. When things are not going good, your mind is beating you up. But here comes the bipolar. When things are going great, your ego is flattering you up. Oh, you're the man. That's so great. We are the best. Let something happen. Ah, man, I told you. I knew this wasn't going to last too long. Hater, motivator. Hater, motivator. Bipolar. So what you going to do? Ignore him. Ignore her. Move it out the way so that you can go and get what you want, so the universe can bring it to you. So One of the biggest indicators that you guys, all of you chosen ones, you must remember this. If it makes you feel inspired, if it makes you feel motivated, if it gives you the goosebumps, if it makes you happy just to think about what you want, the universe is right there holding it for you. Yeah, I saw someone in a comment here about this with Neville Goddard, right? And the Barbados thing, right? His teacher, Abdullah, was his teacher, right? So his teacher told Neville, he said, I think Neville was in New York, and he told him, and he was like, I want to go to Barbados. I can't get to Barbados. And the guy's in New York City. He said, hey, just pretend, and sum it up. He just said, just pretend you're already in Barbados. And Neville was like, I don't get the concept. What do you mean? He says, just pretend. He convinced him. He said, listen, as a matter of fact, he said, you're in Barbados right now. And because that was Neville's teacher, it was highly influenced by that teacher. So he took his words very seriously, and he just started to imagine the big concrete jungle. And a few days later, the guy was actually in Barbados. What happens there? What's going on there? Well, I'll show you the backdrop. I'll show you the quantum physics. I'll show you the science of what took place in that scenario. See, what happens is, I said before, our consciousness is in 3-dimensional, right? And because our consciousness is focused on 2% of reality, the infinite probabilities or potentials of reality exist. So he was in New York, but he was also in Barbados at the same time. Got that? So what happened is, it took a shift of his consciousness. But what made the consciousness shift? A ritual, a routine. What did he do? He visualized. He acted, he felt, he did it. So his consciousness, your awareness will shift to a different state, a different reality, if you want to call it. Because remember, our consciousness exists in the non-physical. We are bound to physical. So our consciousness can go out and retrieve information and bring it to us so that we can experience from the non-physical and convert it and render it into a physical. So when your consciousness goes into that dimension, what it does, it matches the frequency. And then that's where they call it the bridge of incidence. You heard of the term bridge of incidence? A bridge of incidence in quantum terms is when the entanglement occurs and then it collapses from a potential to a wave to a actuality. Means a bridge of incidence means circumstances, things, the right time. And I think in Neville's case, someone gave him a ticket, his mom or family gave him a ticket, and he got the money and he was in Barbados. They call that a bridge of incidents. But again, what those are rituals, those are routine. The universe works in time. Here's the next big secret about manifesting that you must know. Our perception of time is actually flawed. It's incorrect. We view time in the wrong way. So we're out of time with the universe. Okay, what do I mean by that? The timing of our mind, of our thoughts, of our perception is not in alignment with the universe's time. Just take a look at your unconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't operate on the same timeline as your conscious mind. I don't know if you know that. How can two minds operate on different timelines? Well, that's because one mind is always here. The other mind is playing a game. The other mind is creating a fictional mind, a fictional time. They call it linearity time. So, when you can do affirmations, when you can do subliminals, when you can visualize, and if your scripting is your thing, and if you do this consistently, you're taking yourself from clock time, and you're putting yourself into the moment time. And when you put yourself into the moment time, your body and all your cells, that's where they operate. So you are in perfect alignment. When you become perfect, if one thing is perfect, is alignment. So when you're in perfect alignment, mind, body is connected to the field. When it's connected to the field, you ask, and then you shall receive. Or I like to use the word, you command, and you will get it. I don't like to use the word ask. Ask is a different implementation, but I like to use the word just commanded, because you ask for something, it's like you don't have it yet, or you know what I mean. But whatever, in your terms, you get the point. You command it, you declare it. Yes, I have some powerful affirmations on YouTube. Yes, use Mark's affirmations on YouTube. And that's why I use the power of affirmations, because they bypass the conscious and the critical divide mind, and they go exclusively to my subconscious mind. So asking, and when you use questions, it's actually commanding. So commanding is the language of the universe. The universe loves a commander. The universe loves it when you can say, hey, bring me this. Hey, get me that. Go do this for me. It loves, what's the best word here? The universe loves a person that's, I don't want to say the word aggressive, but it loves someone who's confident, and who just goes for what they want. They just command it. Specific. You see how that works? That's what the universe loves, because the universe, that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to bring you what you want. The universe loves that. It loves you when you command. So always remember, command the universe. It's already yours. Yes, Adi Bala says, today my client confirmed my project to do a home renovation for her. You commanded it. That's what happens. So we got to get out of the phase of, catering to our desires. What I mean catering, we have to get out of the phase like it's what's the best way to put it for you? Getting my desire is a blessing to me. Getting my desire is a favor. I'm so indebted to get my desire. I see, it's just a most wonderful thing to get my desire. You got to get out of that phase, people. It's a privilege to have what I want. I'm so humbled to have get out of that phase. You're just going to create lack and limitation. People, you are wired for success already. You are abundant already. You don't have to go ask for what you want. You go command, and you implement techniques and routines and rituals, and it pops up into your world. That's a matrix thing. That's designed to get you out of your power, man. Abundance is your birthright. You got to get that into your heads, man. Abundance is our birthright. How do we know that, Mark? Quantum science, quantum physics. Science is unlocking epidemiology, neuroscience, man, parapsychology. We're on the cusp of this incredible breakthrough that is showing us that we are not only the observers, we are participators. We are rendering the field as well. We had the observer effect. Now we're learning we're not only observers, we are implementators in this game, in this field. So think about that. We're not only watching, but we're writing the script at the same time we're watching. So we don't need to ask. We just got to go command. And we just got to do it the right way. We have to just follow the techniques according to how the game is set up. The way the game is set up, if you work with the game will work with you. If you work against the game, you know what's going to happen. That's what it's all about. So just always remember that. All right? And remember, these are your game masters. Cheat code, master the game of life. This is the ultimate game master. A lot of you guys have this book, How to Win the Lottery Using Quantum Physics. So a lot of you guys have been getting success with this book. So you see, the process is working because this is a technique. The thing, yeah, you can get, I'll put the link, get them on Amazon. Oh, my one-on-one mentoring too, you can get into that way. I teach you to work with you one-on-one. But let me show you something. The thing that you have to remember is this. When something is getting ready to show up into your life, you're going to experience some phases. Here's the first phase. You're going to see a lot of synchronicities, a lot of numbers. If you're doing lottery or anything like that, synchronicities are going to be your best friend. So you're going to see a lot of numbers, trippy stuff. That's the first phase. The next phase, right, when something's getting ready to manifest in your life, and this after this phase, that's when it pops up. When everything goes chaotic, when everything breaks down, car, AC, bank account, emotions, you don't even know what's happening. This is not me. I've been so depressed the past few. I'm not like this. What's going on? I can't sleep that well. You are getting ready to experience your reality that you want. Okay, there's one thing I don't know, and I'll admit this. I know quite a few. The more I know, the more I don't know. Okay, so here's one thing that I don't know precisely. I get a lot of questions. Well, Mark, why does it work that way? Why do we have to go from chaos before something manifests? I don't know. And anyone who tells you they do know, they don't know, because that's in physics. All we can speculate is that it has something to do with when the energy is changing and we're moving into a new phase. Our body reacts, our cells react, everything get glitched up, and these glitched up could come as chaos, whatever polarity they call it, duality. But what you do need, what you must know is that when that happens, must know you're getting ready for a breakthrough. So always remember, you're going to break down before you break through. It's always going to happen that way. So don't get down, don't get disheartened, don't feel bad. Just know when you're in that phase, it's getting ready to come for you. So now this is tremendous lift for you. So now if you're manifesting something, I don't care, for a week, for a year, for 2 years, for 3 years, for 4 months, and you're experiencing that part, you're about to give birth to your manifestation. That's right. It's always darkest before dawn. Remember that, and happy manifesting. See you guys next time. You guys are rocking.